Warships. My name is Leo. Thank you for watching the video. Today's game is going to be in the Kamikaze R. I know, again, with the Kamikaze R, but it's my favorite ship in the game, so I tend to play it a lot. And I have good games in it, which is another reason it's one of my favorites. It's a Tier 5 Japanese premium destroyer. Its stats are pretty good, or I think they're pretty good. Survivability is rated 18 out of 100, not too great. It's got 11,100 hit points. Armor is 10 to 14 millimeters. Artillery rated at 14 out of 100. Doesn't seem like it's pretty good on the, or that it's very good on the face of it, but I like these guns. You got 4 times 120 millimeter main guns with a range of 7.6 kilometers and a reload time of 10 seconds. 180-degree traverse speed is 17.1 seconds, and of course that's lower than what it would be because this is I use my 18-point Fubuki Captain on this ship. Max damage with HE is 2,000 hit points. AP is 2,000 hit points. Torpedoes rated 20 out of 100. You have 3 times 2 533 millimeter torps, giving you a volley of 6 torpedoes at a time. They have a 7-kilometer range at 68 knots, so they're speedy little torpedoes too. Reload time is 47 seconds, and the max damage is 14,400. AA defense is a joke. Without the 18-point captain, they're 1 out of 100. With the 18-point captain, it's 2 out of 100. Range is 1 kilometer, so yeah, don't even bother. Maneuverability, 90 out of 100. This thing will do 37.5 knots with no problem. Has a 550 millimeter turning radius and a rudder shift time of 2.9 seconds. Concealment is great on this ship because my Fubuki Captain brings that to the table. 5.4 kilometers surface detection range and 2.8 kilometer air detectability range. This game takes place on the New Dawn map. Looking at the team rosters, there's an aircraft carrier on each side. Everything else looks pretty balanced except for the destroyer situation. They've got a pair of Clemsons and a Kamikaze. Now the Clemsons are pretty good gunboats, so I got to be careful of those. Kamikaze, not too worried about him. I don't have any problems taking on a Kamikaze one-on-one. Or at least I hope I don't. Taking a look at the mini-map, we've spawned in on the north side of the map. I'm in the position that if you've watched any of my previous destroyer videos on this map, I'm going to A. Hopefully their destroyers will go to B. That seems to be what people from that spawn in the south generally do. And if I can get to A quick enough, I can cap that, and if I have any backup, they can defend it, and I'll go on to try to capture some more caps. Watching how the team deploys on the mini-map, I'm not really all that confident going in. It looks like maybe 1 or 2 guys are coming this way, and then I see another one that appears to be coming this way, and he turns south, and then one of the initial guys turns south, and then so that leaves me with 1 guy who's going to come over here with me, and he's cutting to the north. He's turning around, so I'm kind of over here by myself. Well, one of the cruisers sees what's going on, and he decides to come over and give us a hand. Spot some of the enemy, and immediately get a beat on him with my torpedoes. But my priority is capturing this base. Now that I've captured this base, I can start trying to line up some shots. And what you've got to make sure of is that they're going to pass within the 7-kilometer range of these torpedoes. So I fire some off in that direction. Kind of speculative. If nothing else, they'll maybe push them away and make it a little easier on me. And then there's one of the Clemsons. He did decide to come this way, so I'm heading toward this island. I want to get behind this island before he gets in spotting range of me. And if I can, I want to time it where I can get a couple shots off at him right before I go behind the island. He's in spotting range. I get a couple shots on him. I'm hoping that he's having to turn his guns, and well, there they are. Get a couple of hits. He pops his smoke. He no longer sees me. And as he pops in and out of the smoke, of course, he gains and loses visibility on me. But I'm behind the island now. I'm not too worried about taking fire. I've got 3 helpers over here now. 3 people to support this cap. And the Clemson is capping. Now, he obviously doesn't know that when I take a cap, I kind of want to keep that cap. So I've decided I'm going to spin around over here, and there's a St. Louis, and I want to take shots at him just because of the trouble I have in my battleships trying to sink St. Louis's. But priority is regaining the cap. They've just about completely capped it out, and things aren't really looking good. We don't have any caps at this particular moment, and we're down a ship. So I'm not really happy at this particular point. I want to get over here, and what I want to do is I want to proximity spot this Clemson and give my team as much of a chance to kill him as possible. Proximity spotting happens at under 2 kilometers. Doesn't matter if there's a mountain in the way. Doesn't matter if the Incredible Hulk is in the way. If you're within 2 kilometers of somebody, you're going to spot them, and they're going to spot you. But I'm behind this island. I don't really see anything over to the left of me that I'm really worried about. Everything that I'm worried about is on the other side of this island. We've got a cruiser that's coming around. He's trying to get, looks like, into torpedo range, so I fire a couple torpedoes off in that direction. Keeping an eye on them, waiting for my team to kill that Clemson. Come on, kill the Clemson. They're ahead on points. We picked up, we've evened out the ship score. Each of us have lost one. And I turned back in because I do want to keep these islands between me and them. I don't want to continue forward and have me caught out in the open where I can take potentially fire from both sides. I get around here, and reticle's still showing that I'm on the St. Louis, but I wasn't. I was on the cruiser there. Fire some torpedoes off at him, come back around. I can get some shots on the Clemson. We need to take him out. He's gone. That's our first kill. He spotted me. Now he can't see me. The cruisers over here, one of them is pushing up pretty hard. I think he wants to take me out. So I'm keeping an eye on him. He's got me spotted. I fire off some rounds at him. Maybe yes, he is. He's after me. I almost popped my smoke here, but I realized that I'm going to be around this island and I can conserve that smoke. I don't have to pop it right now. I can use it in the future. So I come back into the cap and make myself busy capping. I'm not going to shoot my guns at anybody because I want to get this cap without getting killed. One of my teammates comes in. We get the cap done pretty quick. So I say, well, I'm going to head over to C and try to cap that because that looks like where they're going, or over to B, I mean. And they've capped B, and there's a big old fat battleship sitting there. Now, ambush tactics on a destroyer. Now you can see what I'm doing is I'm angling. I want to get as close to him as possible without being spotted. My spotting range, remember, is 5.5 kilometers. He's behind the island, so now I cut in more sharply. I want to close the distance. The closer you are, the less chance they have of avoiding your torpedoes. So I continue on up here, and in my head I'm kind of hearing the sharks, the Jaws theme as I'm approaching him, because he's not really taking any kind of evasive action. Looks like he's heading toward our aircraft carrier. That's another thing, guys. Aircraft carrier, yeah, you want to take them out, but don't sacrifice the basic gameplay of capping, defending the cap, because those points add up. And hit him. He's not dead. So I launched the third set, but that was completely unnecessary. He's done. Okay, so we got another kill, and of course my priority is to get back in that cap. Let's cap it out. And doesn't look like really anybody on the enemy team is challenging it. The Kamikaze showed up on the minimap there for just a second. He's heading north. He wants our aircraft here. As the cap timer is winding down, I see the enemy cruiser coming up through here, and I don't want him coming into this cap while I'm here or even after I've left it. So I launch a couple wide spreads at him just in case he decides to maneuver. Then I launch a narrow spread just in case he decides he's not going to maneuver. I turn north because I do want to try to save our aircraft carrier if I can. And looks like there's no other ships angling in this way, so I think I'm going to be alright. Just about the time that the cap timer winds down, and I'm trying to figure out where the Kamikaze is going to go. Well, guess what? I got him. Only got one torp hit on him. That's all it took. So there's a cruiser down. Kamikaze comes through once again. So now I'm concentrating on this Kamikaze. He's down to about half health. I think I can take him, maybe not easily, but given that the ships are pretty equal, and he's down so many hit points I think that I can get him. So when I come around this island here, I immediately start to shoot at him. And one thing to watch out for when you're doing this, you're going to see that you've been detected before you see the enemy pop up on your screen. Now here I'm scrolled all the way in. Of course I can't see where my shots are going, and I miss, so I scroll out some. And I know he's going to launch torpedoes. He's been cruising over there. He's got torpedoes coming in. So I'm keeping myself angled so that I can avoid those. And sure enough, there they are. Cut in hard, avoid his torpedoes. Well, it's too bad for you. He pops his speed boost. You can tell because the smoke belching out of his smokestacks. And I just continue taking shots at him with these 420 millimeter guns. Want to take out his engine. I'm aiming toward the rear, trying to take it out. Well, he takes mine out and sets me on fire. Pop my repair, and I decide, you know, you're not going to get away with that. I'm going to chase you down to the ends of the earth if I have to. Finally, we get him. And so I look at the mini map. We're still behind quite a bit, and we're down on ships. I think they've got a 2-ship advantage on us, and that's not good. But there's a vulnerable battleship over here all by himself, and he's put himself in a perfect position for me to pull an ambush on him. Now, I have to decide, is he going to continue forward or is he going to turn around? Well, according to the torpedo aiming cone, he's turning around, and you can see on the mini map that he's angling in toward the island. So he's actually getting closer to me, and that works out because I want to get as close as I can to him before I launch torps. Um, because there's, like I've said before, there's nothing more embarrassing than firing your torps off at a vulnerable target and missing. So I'm approaching up on the island. I'm hearing the Jaws theme in my head again, and I'm just hoping that he's not decided to turn around and go back that way. So I'm kind of keeping an eye out on that side, and I just decide, well, I think that's what he's going to do, and then it pops up on the screen. Aiming cone shows that he's moving from left to right, and his angle on the mini map shows that he's starting to turn and bring a broadside to where my torpedoes can get to him. And as we close in, I know that as soon as I come around here, he's going to spot me. I launch my torpedoes, and I know he's going to turn, so I aim some just inside, and I launch a widespread just in case my estimation is off. Zoom in to watch, and he's shooting at me. So I'm dodging this, dodging that. Torpedoes looking not too bad. Man, I can't believe these ships can turn that sharp. So I get a hit on him, no flooding. So I'm deciding I'm going to shoot at him with my guns for a little bit. Heading back for the cover of this island before he can get another shot off at me. He shoots, and he scores, knocks my engine out. My repair is up, but I'm not using it just yet. I have last stand on this captain, so I want to conserve that in case of an emergency. Keep firing at him. He's down to almost no hit points. I've fallen off of his detectability. I get 2 hits with my guns. I swing around and thinking, well, I need to catch this guy. He's bugging out, and I decide to go ahead and pop my repair ability and see if I can chase him down, get my engines back up to speed. So as I'm turning around to try to engage him some more, you see the enemy has captured B again. But if I can take this guy out, that gives us an advantage, a slight advantage in points, and we did. Now we pulled it back. It's fairly even. Teammates take out another one of his friends, and then another one of his friends. So now things are looking a lot better than what they were. I'm going to go in here and try to get this cap, but I'm also watching out for their remaining Clemson, because Clemson versus me at half health. Yeah, there he is. He's full health. Yeah, I'm not messing with him. I'm going to cap this base. And, you know, I figure he's going to turn in and contest this cap as soon as he sees it starting to go. So I ping for requesting fire support and try to evaluate and see where my team is. And there's only one guy that's really in a position to help me. So I'm not going to engage the Clemson. He hits me, that slows down the cap timer. I don't want to slow down the cap timer. I want to just cap it as quick as I can. But boy, I want to shoot at him. I'm maneuvering so I can keep these islands between him and I. So I've got some cover so that when I do decide to start shooting at him and I pop up and he can see me, that I've got someplace I can run to. Cap's just about done, and I can't believe this guy's not come to contest this cap. Well, I don't want to reveal my position until I absolutely have to, so I hold my fire until I get into spotting range of him, which, remember, with this ship is 5.5 kilometers. I see that that my teammate is taking some shots at him. It makes me feel a little bit braver. So as soon as we get into detectability range, I open fire on him. And he's not really, I mean, he's got his, I don't know what he's doing. He's not firing back. He's not trying to contest the cap. He just might have, have given up at this point. Makes me feel a little bit better. If he's just cruising in a straight line, then he's become nothing more than an XP pinata, and I'm going to beat it for all it's worth. Well, I'm back in spotted again, and he's not even changing course. He's just cruising along in a straight line. He's not even trying, and that kind of disappoints me. Yeah, I want to win the game, but I don't want to win it against somebody who's not even trying. Um, the points are counting down quick, and like I said, I'm going to beat this XP pinata for all it's worth. Hoping I can get a fire started, rack up a little more XP. He's just not, like I said, he's not even trying. So me and the cruiser are having some target practice on our target there. We got an incapacitation on him. Still looking for that fire. Why? I've got increased fire chance on my captain. There we go. Finally got a fire on him. So we're ticking down damage. I'm also heading toward A, just to kind of pad our bets a little bit, make sure, or C, pad our bets a little bit, hedge our bets a little bit, and the cruiser takes him out. 1,000 points. Game over. Well, we had a pretty good score with that game. We had 767,000 credits earned, 8,300 adjusted experience, 26 hits with our guns. I'm getting better at aiming. 6 torpedo hits. We sunk 4 ships. We captured 3 bases and assisted in another base capture. And these base captures, DD drivers, this is where your main XP is at, so don't pass those up. Team score screen says we were number 1 on the team by a substantial margin. We had 2,400 base experience. Now, this was a pretty well-balanced game for a destroyer. We had all the base captures, we had the kills, and we had a significant amount of damage done. So I'm pretty pleased with this game. The damage report shows that between our HE shell hits and our torpedoes, that we did about 63,000 points of damage. There's the 4 ships we took out: Kamikaze, the Königsberg, the New York, and the Clemson. All in all, it was a really good game. I was able to do what I wanted to do, and I'm very happy with it. Thank you for watching the video. My name is Leo. Look forward to seeing you next time.